I'm Isaac, and every day on this channel, we go through everything Trump talked about on True Social over the last 24 hours. And if you guys have been following this channel over the last couple of weeks, we've seen the pressure between the United States and Iran ramp up significantly. And it just came out today that the United States is fully ready to strike Iran, but Trump hasn't fully made up his mind yet. Now, regarding Iran, Donald Trump reposts this video today from the White House. The White House says diplomacy is always President Trump's first option. It comes as a reporter asks if Donald Trump is going to strike Iran, and Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary, responds.
The president has always been very clear, though, with respect to Iran or any country around the world, diplomacy is always his first option, and Iran would be very wise to make a deal with President Trump and with this administration. He's talking to many people, of course, his national security team, first and foremost, and you know who the members of that team are. And this is something, obviously, the president takes seriously. He's always thinking about what's in the best interest of the United States of America, of our military, of the American people, and that's how he makes decisions with respect to military action of any kind.
And so Trump is urging Iran to make a deal, but this post proves that Donald Trump's also planning for Iran to attack us. He reprimands Prime Minister Keir Starmer by saying, "I have been telling Prime Minister Keir Starmer of the United Kingdom that leases are no good when it comes to countries, and that he's making a big mistake by entering a 100-year lease with whoever it is claiming, quote-unquote, right, title, and interest to Diego Garcia, which is strategically located in the Indian Ocean. Our relationship with the United Kingdom is a strong and powerful one, and has been so for many years. But Prime Minister Starmer is losing control of this important island by claims of entities never known before. In our opinion, they are fictitious in nature. Should Iran decide not to make a deal, it may be necessary for the United States to use Diego Garcia and the airfield located in Fairford in order to eradicate a potential attack by a highly unstable and dangerous regime. An attack that would potentially be made on the United Kingdom as well as other friendly countries. Prime Minister Starmer should not lose control for any reason of Diego Garcia by entering a tenuous 100-year lease. The land should not be taken away from the UK, and if it is allowed to be, it will be a blight on our great ally. We will always be ready, willing, and able to fight for the UK, but they have to remain strong in the fake of the radical left wokeism. Do not give away Diego Garcia. And I wanted to highlight the part of that quote that says a potential attack from Iran could be made on the United Kingdom. And moving on to the economy, Trump also states the United States trade deficit has been reduced by 78% because of the tariffs being charged to other companies and countries. He says it will go into positive territory during this year for the first time in many decades. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And the White House says that the Trump administration is building long-term financial security for millions of children by creating tax-advantaged investment accounts for U.S. citizens under the age of 18. They say fill out your Form 4547 to make your election for the 2026 tax year. And you guys, if you have a kid, you can go to trumpaccounts.gov and get started on this. And Trump reposted this as well as this from the White House that says President Trump signed into law the largest tax cuts in American history. This includes no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security, all of which will save Americans money in their tax returns this year. And regarding the 2020 election, Donald Trump highlighted something from Dan Bongino. Dan Bongino had John Solomon on his show today, and Solomon made an interesting prediction that Trump will soon unveil evidence that foreign powers meddled in the 2020 election, which will result in John Thune ultimately caving on the filibuster, and the Save America Act will get passed. This is a quote from them. It says, "I think Donald is going to change the narrative in America. I think he's going to change some senators' minds. He's going to start revealing some of the intelligence that was kept from the American people. And we're going to see that our foreign adversaries have monkeyed around with our election system much more than we know. And I think when senators realize their state could have been targeted, there's going to be a different debate in America. I think there's some big, significant, and very troubling revelations about the vulnerabilities of our elections that the president is about to unveil on the American public. And they post that clip in its entirety. If you guys are interested, I'll put it in the description. And Trump honors the Georgia Republicans chairman, David Schaefer, who stood up for President Trump in 2020. Fani Willis demanded that he repudiate the president and apologize for standing with him. When he refused, she threatened him with bankruptcy and life in prison. He never flinched, fought back, and won. And Trump shares this. It's Hillary Clinton in her own words. It proves that Democrats say America's elections are not secure, but yet they oppose making voter ID and U.S. citizenship the standard. Let's see what she says.
You can run the best campaign, you can even become the nominee, and you can have the election stolen from you.
And guys, I know you all wanted an update because you've been hearing how this ballroom has been canceled. Well, Trump shares a picture of the ballroom. This is a rendering. And it does look like it's nicely integrated into the White House. He says it will be the greatest ballroom ever built, now rising at the site of the White House. It's fully paid by American Patriot donors, zero costs to the United States taxpayer. And Trump participated in a Black History Month reception. And in that reception, there was electric energy. 4 more years chants erupted as Donald Trump spoke at the White House Black History Month, and Trump says that nearly 10,000 African Americans fought for the patriot cause in the Revolutionary War. He says Black Americans have stepped forward to defend the flag and to defend our country like few others. And Trump also honored Rush Limbaugh today, calling him a really great man and a great conservative who loved our country, loved his family, and described him as a personal friend. And finally, to finish off today's video, the White House shares a DC resident for Lisa Cook, who lost her grandson to murder. She thanks President Trump for his work to make America safe again in an incredible speech at the White House Black History Month reception. And so let's take a look at that.
One thing I like about him, he keeps it real just like Grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks. Thank God for this president. I am filled, my cup runneth over, because he allowed his constituents, his people, to come to my house to interview me, to talk about the murder of my grandson. It seemed like nobody cared. I'm an advocate for murder. I marched, I rallied, I pulled out other families in the District of Columbia that had murders and did not have answers. We marched and we rallied, and nobody heard me, Democrats. Get mad at me. Until this Republican sent his constituents, his people out there to interview me in my home. Have you ever heard of a thing? Then they invited me twice before Congress to testify for the beautiful bill that's going to change crime in the district. If you kill somebody, okay, you take a life, you do life. Just that simple. If you do a harsh crime, you do harsh time. Just that simple. And then we need National Guard, and which we did years ago. He brought it on. I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him. And Grandma said it.
And so with that rousing speech, that's everything Trump talked about today. Some big things. We got to see that Donald Trump said there might be a strike from Iran on the UK, and that he may soon be revealing things about the 2020 election to push senators vote yes on the Save America Act. That's everything I have for you guys. These next couple days, this weekend is going to be kind of crazy with Iran and everything that's going to happen. So I appreciate you guys tuning into this channel, and I will keep you updated to the best of my ability. As always, if you guys want to support the channel, consider subscribing. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate all the support recently. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and take care.